Hello everybody, I hope you are well. Today's video features Clyde Sutton Sensei from here in New Zealand, and he talks about USHIRO RYOTETORI, so two hands being grabbed from behind. Now this is a very commonly practiced form in Aikido, but I think it's often misunderstood and it ends up as being a bit of a dance, and it's quite hard to see the practical application of it. So in this clip, Clyde talks about how this movement came about, why our sensei was so keen on it, and the correct approach to training it. If you find this useful, smash the like button, do all the usual stuff, and thank you for watching.
Right, at summer camp I spent some time with Jason here, Yeshmas, looking at USHIRO RYOTETORI, okay, and how to handle that from a light person's point of view. And basically I was looking at getting a hip behind, using my biceps, and then the other, so strongest muscle in my upper arm, so getting away from trying to pull my arms through, which is my shoulders, and the muscles in my shoulders are tiny. And as I've got one that's torn around the rotator cuff or being very sore, I know not to use that. So I'm getting my hips behind, just bending my biceps, and then I can start getting him into the shape that we know for USHIRO, all of the basically USHIRO Ryote techniques. And there's lots of them. However, what I was going to say was I would like some USHIRO, so Kino Nagare, so flowing ki. He's going to come around, he's going to grab my other hand. Now, we see lots of movements from that, but from the martial point of view, why is anyone going to come around, grab that hand, and run around and grab the other hand? He never would. Well, maybe. But we've got to understand that this was a samurai art. And O-sensei did USHIRO RYOTETORI a lot. And the thing is, he's going to come in and grab that hand, but his intention is to attack my body. Isn't it? In the end. Right. And I can make it turn into USHIRO RYOTETORI very effectively. But it's me that determines that movement, okay? He wants to get my hand out of the way. He wants to... Now, he's been nice again. I stayed where I was. Okay, but if he grabs that, I do that and move to here, he's going to take that hand because he's going to get hit otherwise, isn't he? You've got to look at this from the point of view of a samurai. If anyone is grabbing my hands at all, it means either they've lost their weapons or they're a peasant and they don't have weapons. But if I'm a samurai, he wants to take that hand and get it out of the way, and then he's going to hammer me, isn't he? Okay? So, if I'm looking at this from the samurai perspective, I have my weapon. Okay? I still have my weapon. And once you see that movement, okay, you start to see USHIRO RYOTETORI. And this was shown to me by an old guy in the United States. Grab the boken. So, he wants to grab that, and he wants to come in, okay? So he comes in, he grabs that. And that movement, again, is USHIRO RYOTETORI. So, if I may, we've got to understand the history of where these things were coming from, rather than thinking it's this lovely dance, which it is too. But I am creating the form that allows me to do USHIRO RYOTETORI. But we'll just start, and I mean this is high grade stuff, and I'm sorry about you guys, but I want to be looking at the realities of these movements, and if someone takes my hand, I shouldn't be waiting for him to walk around behind me. I should be in this position. If I stay here, he's still going to come and hit me, okay? So, as he takes my hand, I move. As he comes back towards me, I move, okay? And so for a moment, we'll just do a kinonagare form of ikkyo, and it is his job to be thinking of where he's going to hit me. So I am moving for the entire movement. We're going to do another form as well, but my first form is fairly direct, okay? And it could be there instead, okay? I don't want to discourage him from coming in again. If I hit there, he probably won't, okay? But I want to come here. And then we are looking at the forms we have from this position. So, same thing. Hit if we wish, or if I put it further across, look, you could try grabbing it. Probably a good thing to do. Grab it. So just see the position he's in when he's grabbed. I want to bring this hand across, other hand over, and we end up with one of the old classic kokunages. This one. I could deal with the extra children problem if you don't catch it. Okay. Yeah? We want to try it. And again, all of these things assume, there's heaps and heaps of assumptions, and I assume that he's going to grab my arm. Okay? One more. I may get to here and he doesn't grab it. So we will just continue around with the movement, won't we? So, Joel just brought up something. Tahu, I will grab you again. This technique that I'm doing, okay, works well. Grip. If I'm taller than him, okay, because I can reach over. Okay. So, what happens if I'm not taller than him? This bottom hand, and I want to be locking that up, by the way, across his elbow. Does that make sense? Which hand was it? That was this hand, and I can't remember which hand you grabbed with last time. Now, he's reasonably on balance there too. Okay, so I've got to be aware of that as I'm doing the technique. So this hand draws, this hand goes down, he's off balance, and I'm watching where that's crossing. And I want to have that technique there, where it's an elbow lock, okay? Or a throw is. Okay. Into there. That position there. And as soon as from my point of view, I want to, that's the best, that's how it should look, exactly like that. And if you're polite about it, you just push that hand down. If you're not polite about it, you just push that hand down. If you want to give him a nice roll, you can make him roll quite cleanly out of it and shake it. I wasn't going to do that one, but just it's a matter of seeing the structural differences, and I tend to default to things for people with gargantuan arms, and do you want to try that other one? Or choose which one suits your body and your partner, okay? Because that's going to be the interesting part. Haikutei.